हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू स्किल मॉन चैनल। माय नेम इज चंद्र रामचंदानी। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं कैसे ऐसे काम हैं जो आप वीकेंड में कर सकते हैं। व्हाट आर दोज गिग्स दैट यू कैन डू ड्यूरिंग योर वीकेंड्स, ड्यूरिंग योर फ्री टाइम एंड यू कैन स्टिल मेक एडिशनल इनकम। अगर आपने मेरे पुराने 2 वीडियो नहीं देखे हैं तो वो लिंक में दिए गए हैं। पिछले 2 वीडियो में हमने बात करी थी व्हाट आर द बेसिक्स ऑफ फ्रीलांसिंग एंड व्हाई इज फ्रीलांसिंग ट्रेंडिंग, व्हाई आर क्लाइंट्स लुकिंग फॉर मोर फ्रीलांसर देन हायरिंग फुल टाइम एम्प्लॉयज। Okay, let us understand what all you can do during your free time or during weekend. What are those popular work that you can do in the weekend? So you are a student, you have a free time, you want some additional income to bear your expenses, you can think of freelancing. You are a homemaker, you want to stay in touch with your domain, you want to be updated what is happening in the domain that you work for. Freelancing in the weekends can be a very good option for you. So guys, let's understand what is gig job, why am I using gig word and not freelancing, though it is the same, and how does it differ from a regular freelancing work. So it differs because of various reasons. One, it is temporary engagement with your client, it is a part-time, it is generally for very few hours, it is generally a very small amount of work that you do. For example, a client has a website and he just wants to design a home page with you, and that could be a gig that you can do during the weekend. Or there is a book already written by author and he wants you to write few questions for a particular chapter. It could be a gig for you because it's a temporary engagement, it is for a very short time. So this is a very good option if you have some time, some free time, and you want to utilize, you want to make that additional income, you want to be in touch with all your domain. So gig is something you can think of. तो यार अब आप सोचेंगे कि वीकेंड में हम काम क्यों करें, वीकेंड में तो हम मस्ती करते हैं। That is up to you. It all depends on person to person and their preferences. But if you want to work during that weekend or during evening hours, gig is something you can look for. What are the common work that you can find for your gig work that you want to offer to the clients? 1, graphic designing, content writing, online marketing, some web development work, virtual assistant, translation, voiceover. These are some of the work that you can do as a temporary engagement with the client. And we will get to know a very brief about all these gigs that you can do in this video. So one of the popular gig that we see in demand is content writing. Content writing can be academic content writing, it can be non-academic content writing. Content writing can be of different types. One is blogs, the other one is article writing, the next one is essay writing, it could be business proposal writing, it could be website writing, or it could be social media post writing. So all these are very good options for content writing, and you can do in few hours. You don't have to give all the time that you have. So next question is here, how much do we make in these kind of gig work? So let's talk about content writing. How much one can make? As a beginner, you can make something from 1 rupee to 4 rupee per word, depending on the requirements of the project, depending on the experience that you have, depending on the skill that you have. So it all depends on that, and it makes up a very good amount if you spend few hours on these gig work. So second gig work we will talk about is graphic designing, and that is one of the most sought and most in demand gig that we find, graphic designing. What are the different graphic design jobs you can find and how much money you can make is all we will see now. So in graphic designing, it all depends on the project design that you create. It could vary from 500 to 10,000 per graphic design piece that you create. And what are the different type of designing you can do? One is the product design, the other one is website designing, branding. You can do outdoor design. You will see a lot of boards outside on the roads. Those are called outdoor branding and outdoor designing. Then you have print design, very common guys, flyers, brochures, visiting cards. All those things are part of print design. Every company needs it, so there is a huge market. Even if the company is small or very large, everybody prints a lot of marketing collaterals, and they need those graphic designers. So that is one you can look for. And then you have a publishing design. You will see a lot of publishing that happens, either print publishing or online publishing. You can use a lot of Adobe tools and create those designs for them. So these are some of the graphic design work you can look for in the weekend. So let's understand the next one, which is virtual assistants. This I find very interesting, and it's still unexplored, specifically in India. What is virtual assistant? Nowadays you see a lot of startups coming up. Obviously they don't have a lot of manpower, they don't have much funds to hire a lot of people. So what they do is, in order to, let's say I'm a founder and I have a lot of work to catch up, I have a lot of emails to look at and reply, I have a lot of phone calls to make or receive. What I will do is I can hire a virtual assistant as a freelancer, and what that virtual assistant do for me as a founder is, she will manage my calendar, my meeting schedule. She will also book tickets for me wherever I'm traveling. She would book event fees, event passes for me, and she would also do a lot of administrative work. So this is something a virtual assistant do. So even a financial advisor can also be a virtual assistant, where he or she will help in accounting or administrative services for the company or the founder. So virtual assistant, guys, a very unique and a very skillful job that you can do in your few hours that you have. How much you can make as a virtual assistant could be from 500 to 3,000 rupees per hour, and I think that's a very good option to look for. So next one is transcription. What is transcription? Transcription is converting audio and video into textual format. For example, I have a video, but I need a text that what they're talking about in that video. I will need a transcription. He will listen to the audio and he will write on the text page. So that is what transcription do. It all depends also on the industry and the project. The transcription work may vary, but it largely transcripting the audio voiceover file into a textual or electronic textual format. And how much can you really make as transcription? So it all depends on your experience, on the project requirements, or even the volume of the work that client has. It could be anywhere from 200 to 500 rupees per audio minute that you can make as a transcriptionist. And so who hires transcription? Media companies, entertainment companies, medical companies, legal practitioners, research companies, or even universities. They need transcriptions professionals, and they look for freelancers. So this could be a very good work that you can do during your pastime or during your weekends. Alright, next one is the translation. What is translation? It is basically converting one language to another language. So translation could be a textual content, it could be a visual content, where a client might need from English to Hindi, Hindi to Tamil, English to Telugu, or Telugu to Gujarati. So it could be any language. So if you are good in one or two languages, this can be a very good option. And how much can actually a translator make? It depends again on the work and on your experience and the volume of the work that they have. But you can look at somewhere around 1 to 4 rupees per word for translation that you can make in the industry. And who hires translators? It could be media company again, they could be publishers for their books, it could be e-learning companies for their videos, it could be a video making company, media company. So everybody needs a different language for their product. And you would also see, a lot of South Indian movies also dubbed in Hindi, और वो सब भी ट्रांसलेटर्स को यूज़ करके ही बनाते हैं. तो ट्रांसलेटर एक बहुत अच्छा विकल्प है आप लोगों के लिए. यू शुड डेफिनेटली लुक एट इट इफ़ यू आर गुड इन वन लैंग्वेज. Alright, so next one is voice over artist. We see a lot of video content and we see some voice going behind the scene. Those are voice over artists, guys. So what do? They record the voice over according to the script given by these companies, and then the editor will basically use those voiceover with the video content and they deliver the final video. So who hires voiceover artists? It could be production companies, it could be e-learning companies, it could be commercials, it could be radio commercials, TV commercials. So all these companies would need voiceover artists. And how much do they make? They make somewhere around 500 to 2,000 per audio minute. It again depends how much experience do you have, what is the quality of voice you have, how good your voice modulation is, and for how long you have been into this industry. So a very good voiceover artist could be making somewhere around 20,000 per minute as well. So it is definitely a good option, provided you have that kind of voice and you have that kind of voice modulation. This could be a very good option, guys. Okay, so let's understand what is the next one. The next one is photography. Photography is what? It's nothing but art and science of creating, creative images or non-creative images with using camera, or it could be imaging technologies, is what photographer will do. So who needs photographer? So photography is used for, it could be used for commercial application, it could be used for fine art, it could be used for documentation. So photography can be used for different reasons. One could be your, shadi wala wedding photography. It could be event happening, event photographers are required, and sometimes it is a stock photography that you can tie up with stock websites. For example, istock.com, shutterstock.com. You can share your photographs with them and you also get money for it. So there are some different types of photography you can think of, and how much do they make? It all depends. It could be per assignment from 5,000 to 15,000 for a beginner. It could be per piece from 2,000 rupees to even lakhs of rupees, depending on how unique or creative your photograph is. So this is a good option, guys. Obviously, you need to have an eye, you need to have an interest and skills in photography, and I think you can do very well. This would be a great gig you can do during your weekends. So web development, everybody needs a website. Every small or a big company, they have a website. So website development or web development is another work, but you would be thinking your website will take a long time, how can I do in the weekend? Boss, they have a website, there are different works that they want and they do on the website as well. For example, they want to create a small landing page for their new product, or they want to create a landing page for their new campaign they want to run on Google or Facebook. So they want to design those landing pages. So that can be a very good option. So similarly, you have search engine optimization. So you do search engine optimization on the website, and that could be also a short-term project. Or for example, there are a lot of plugins that people generally integrate into their website for different functionality. Those plugins are also available, you need to integrate them. So this is another good option that you can look for. The WordPress, you would have heard, guys. WordPress is a technology, easy to make website, and some website you can actually create in 1 or 2 days with WordPress template that you can buy. There are a lot of good websites available selling those WordPress templates. For example, you have Envato, you have Theme Forest, Code Canyon. So there are tons of them. If you are good at it, if you have an interest, you can obviously go for some online course and you can do a lot of work into this domain. यार इतने सारे वर्क हमने आपको बताया, अब क्या करोगे? Don't go and watch another video, guys. Research and look at your skills and interest. Go to other freelancing platforms. Understand where you can do, what you can do, what expertise can you offer to the client, or if you need any training, you can obviously look for online courses. But start today, guys. Start using your free time and make some additional income. So I wish you very best, all the best. If you have any questions, you can always write to me directly. And in the next set of videos, we will talk about how do you communicate with the client and how do you charge, what is the right rate that you charge for your service. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel. It will motivate me to keep making more videos, and don't forget to hit the bell icon button. Thank you.